What you doing, Adonis?
Nothing. Watching the light.
Pull this air box out.
Air box?
Yeah, so we can test it. I need a flathead screwdriver.
Hey, Eris. Dad, look what I made.
Look what you made. Slip right there.
So that we're in the way. Was
A little bit, yeah. Pull this hose out. Need some light. Pull that hose out. These are all T25s. T25. I need some pliers or hose clamp. Hose clamp pliers or regular pliers. Regular pliers. That'll work.
Oh no, those are the other
Those are hose pliers. I said hose clamp pliers.
ones. That's a grippy thing.
Works up. We'll open the reservoir.
I was getting too close right there.
I need that light that's up there
I
too.
can't see you.
Make sure to hang those sensors elsewhere. No, the light that's hang under the hood, on the hood light.
I can't see her.
I believe this one is what size is this?
Ready to go first to get this birthday.
T30. I'll use this one just since I got an extra one. Make sure there's not one on the bottom somewhere. Looks like maybe we need to. Nope, just a body tool.
You put your battery in there.
I didn't even see that.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah,
These things are hard to get. There we go. This is a coolant hose, so we're gonna move this one from the bottom. Take that out of there. And there's a hose on the bottom of here. Pinch these two sides, try to twist it and wiggle it out. It still just goes down. It's a vent hose. go back to our T25. Come get it from over on this side. Underneath there. Where's that Milwaukee flashlight or the Snap-on flashlight? Something that just points straight. Or even that one up there too. Thank you. Keep this wide, narrow. So that's most of the hosing. The water pump and assembly is behind the intake manifold here. Definitely can see something leaking down this way. Yeah, that's the water pump right there, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. All right. So if we're gonna start taking the water pump off, we do want to make sure the engine cover comes off also. And this should just pop right off of here. That way you can see what you're doing with the intake manifold. So we're gonna drain the coolant out to start with from here. We'll put a light down there. Make sure you disconnect the negative battery cable.
It's a chopper.
Didn't like that either. Chopper. Disconnect that negative on there.
It's a 10.
Give me that long, small one right behind that ratchet, the tiny ratchet. Yeah. Thank you.
I do know that. That's the one you use for the batteries.
That's a positive while I'm over here touching shit. Wait a minute. That's 22. Pew, pew, pew. Get that off of there. Hold up. Wait a minute. We're just going to use a flathead screwdriver, actually. Maybe a long one.
A long one?
Here. this clip out. See that? Bam. We're gonna wiggle the sensor out. It's a coolant temp sensor. I'll wiggle it out and the coolant should just start flowing everywhere, guys. There we go. So we're gonna disconnect this hose and see if it works this way. We would go by the clamps, but I don't wanna use this clamp, so we're gonna try to get it from the top hose. Wiggle that up. Okay, be gentle, cause I don't know, this is Volkswagen. I know on BMWs, these things snap. So just wiggle it. You have to wiggle it off. You don't want to pry in between there, really, so. There we go. Get some more fluid to go down. I'm gonna use some pliers on this piece. Almost pinched myself. Grab this. Oh, see, I can use those hose pliers now. But you can grab this and twist it, loosen it up a little bit. Those aren't the smaller ones, the smallest ones. These are the smallest ones. Make sure we don't lose any coolant out of here. So let's double check. Not pull it all the way off. Nope, we're good to go. So we're gonna do the bottom hose. Let's get some light over here so we can see. Squeeze that. Stop walking fast. This one on. And we'll set this hose aside. So we'll disconnect this sensor down here, just to press this tab. Push forward and pull backwards. There we go. All right, guys, so we're gonna continue here to press this tab. Take that one off of here. A lot of these will be T20, 25, or 30. But we need to take this off here. side over here. That gives us a little bit of leverage. Should we save these and put these aside? And we can take off this 7mm for the booster. I lied, it's 8. Or is this my 7? Nope, this is my 5.5. I need my 7. Sorry. Loosen up. why you should have a magnet. Bob, I know you can't focus,
It's just focusing on your hands and the tools now.
So we got this a little bit loose over here. Get this one out of the way. We have this hose out of the way. And now let's go down below. Should be another T30 down there. Should be right here on this bracket right here. Grab that one under if we could reach it. It might not come out on its own. That one actually has a lock washer in it to hold it still so you don't lose the bolt. You probably can't see it from that side. Move that hose out the way, or that wire. Top wire. Yep, right there. Reach it. Stuff that in there for a second. So I have very small hands, so there's a sensor right back. Sensor back off in the corner that I need to press this tab on. Press it and wiggle that off for me. And there we go. You can see it right there. And we're gonna go over here. 32 millimeter oil filter wrench. This one I got from Motivex. I like these tools. Shout out to Motivex. If I can get it to focus. But yeah. out the oil filter. Gotta move something out of my way. Sorry about that. I have to clean that off. But we want to get a hold of this sensor right here. Right there. Let's see if my hands are big enough for this. Or small enough, I should say. And we want to get a pick tool. Lift this up a little bit. Finger's kind of big. Oh, that works. Slide that up out of there. We have a 13 millimeter bolt up under here. Right here. We're gonna unbolt that. Use a ratcheting wrench, makes it easier. See if we can move this out of the way a little bit. Yeah, should be able to move it up. Probably get a bungee. If you don't have anybody to help you and hold that, get you a bungee cord. Got some of it off actually. So we'll see. So actually got it loosened up just a tad bit. Reach my hand under there. It's just a nut. There we go. Sorry guys. So I did have this bracket here. Forget to show you guys to take this off. It's the body panel tool. Slide that off of there. So part of this one, you could actually slide that out. Just set it up in a way. Set it up to the side and be all right. Extension, the even longer 30. Don't break loose the bolts down at the bottom. Then across the top, then I know you see the 10 millimeter nut hidden behind here. Both sides. Also, don't forget the T30s that are underneath those 10 mils. Find another long one for that one. Let's see. Grabbing my tools with one hand, putting them together. Might be harder to get to. Yeah. Hey, one of y'all come hold this hose on the other side? Oh, never mind.
Hold what?
Might be easier to do it from the top. There we go. Okay, so I have two types of M10s, or 10M, M10. These are triple squares. Carlisle, this is Napa, M10, then 10 millimeter, whatever. Chrome vanadium. I got this one off of, I believe, Amazon. Just came in a kit. My light's blinking. I need to replace that. So you're gonna need this to track where we took off this 10 millimeter nut right here. Okay, down inside of there. You can see it. Right there. You need to get that off. If you can see this bar right here, hard with the light. But this bar right here tracks all the way down and holds that in place. So we need to get that off. Ugh. So then I need my little ratchet. Hold on. definitely need smaller hands.
You said some more wrenches?
He said smaller hands.
Smaller hands. Oh, that sound like he said wrenches.
After a while, it's tiring. Probably use a shorter one now. Okay, see from that side. Shit, that's not the one I even wanted. That's goddamn fuel. So I had to loosen the fuel rail line with a 11/16 shorty wrench. the manifold kept hitting against this pipe, so I'm trying to see if I can get it out of the way. If not, just gonna have to use a lot of rag and really just go from there. Use a little bit of fuel, but battery's been disconnected, no fuel pressure. Now we can move this out of the way. Oof. We just lost a few nuts or bolts. Trick is getting this lower hose off. It's a lot of pressure we're gonna have to relieve, really. It's gonna be a while with this hose. See right there. Wire, hose attached. Okay, hold this, please. It's the vacuum line. Do you want to go the wrong way or? Should be able to disconnect it here. Maybe. Where is my hose clamp pliers?
Right there.
The real small ones. So, since this one comes off, come around here, please. So, instead of twisting it and breaking it, this one comes off up here. trim panel tool. Pop that out. Take it from underneath. Take the whole hose with us. Just do it that way.
They failed at numerous times.
So we're gonna take these pipes off, pop this one loose. You should be able to wiggle this off. Whoa. Let's get the lower one off. I just want it out of my way so I can see, really. Just lowered and out of the way. And I think we'll take this pipe off here. All right, so we raised the car in the air so we can take off the lower hose. Nope, wrong one. Take that. That's the whole wrong gun to begin with. It's right here. Still a 7mm. It's not gonna follow. Set that stuff down. Get us another pick or a flathead. And just try to pry this off of here. Might take a little bit of time. Hold this. Somebody. We still got a T30 up here. Or we can go right here and take this one off. Flathead or 7mm, either or. Just have to see which one is better. That's the T30.
This one? Hi, baby.
This one actually moved out the way, I believe.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, son.
What you doing? stuff for big boy. Mom, does Daddy need some light?
Yeah, put it back and turn it up.
Thank you. I got some light for you, Dad.
Thank you.
Can you see now?
Just a little bit, yeah.
My dad can see better now. Thank you. Eyes itchy every time.
Don't shine them in the eye.
All right. Be careful, watch out, guys. Might be some fluid come out of here.
Watch out, don't.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Should be able to technically drop this down.
Like that? Can't do that much. Oh, now it's coming down. It had a hole in it. That's what's wrong. Some more gets coming. Oh, no fluid. That down there?
Now we have some room to also see some more.
I'm loaded. Try that.
See where the leak is coming from. So we have a little bit of residue on the auxiliary pump hose. You see a lot of leaking from the water pump here. So shoot, we should just pull that down and let it just drain out. You see fluid leaking from the water pump. That's the front cover of the water pump there. Don't see any cracks in the actual hardware really. Alright, well, we'll let the car back down and go from there. So to get the casing off, it should be two 230s. Let's turn that the right way first. There's one here, and one down below. Wire harness out of the way. Can't really see too well. That one's in a good spot. See if we can get it out by hand. Still, it's in a bag. Yeah. Guess it just makes it easier. A small little torque. And I got larger hands, so yeah. It's hard for my fingers to get on in here. And I wish I just had electric ratchet that fit in this little space right here. Maybe if I wiped it off a little bit. Guys, this is very annoying. Funny part is, I get my hand on there. It seems like it doesn't want to loosen my hand. Eventually this ratchet gets too loose. So what I'm trying to do down there is take this and hold this in there and just spin it off by hand. That's what I'm trying to do. And that way you can see the belt and the water pump. It does not want to move by hand. It's like you have to have a little ratchet on it. So I guess just be patient, guys. Get that bolt off. I can still barely see. But definitely we can tell it's leaking from here somewhere. So you're supposed to be able to just pry the belt off. I use Identifix. That's what it tells you. It tells you you're supposed to be able to. You're supposed to be able to. That looks like that just might be the case. Just wedge it off. Leave it attached at the bottom. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 4 bolts to take the water pump out. Okay. Those are also T30s. This should be a little bit easier. Should have enough space to do this. We're going to use a long one for the back one. We'll do this one by hand. It's fine. One for the back. You may need to go through a few things, go through a few loops. What we can see, I don't know. it should be those 4. And use a flathead and just wiggle that in between there. Still got some leakage coming out. Had to move my drain pan over. We should be able to just pry this right on off. And there's our water pump, ladies and gents. The other part of this is the thermostat housing, or thermostat outlet housing assembly, whatever you want to call it. It definitely need to be replaced. You can see it's smushed in on the sill here and down in here. Are you gonna cinematic?
Yes.
So we got 1. Make sure you're getting good shots too. 2. Good shots like it. 1 down here. There's a hose, a harness. Oh, goofy dog. Another one here. Three, so there should only be 2 left. This hose is somewhat in the way. You also need to pop this bottom hose off. It's the red and black handle one. Just use the pick hook. Get up under the silver clip. Can you see it? Right here. And lift that up. Lift it up. You can slide that out. Drop one of my lights. I believe the other bulk's gonna be hard to see Might be able to actually see it from the bottom. So we raised the car. You can get up underneath it, but the only way you're gonna see it is if you go, where we at? Right there. The only way you're gonna be able to see it is if you actually remove the lower coolant. I have no idea. Get some fluid out of there. Yep. No, don't do that. Let it out. You can, no, light. Just switch. Why would you do that? No, switch your hands back how you had them. Put the light up there so I can see. And let the fluid out.
Is that coming out? Hi. Hi, Mommy.
Hi, baby. Says to pull towards you. Should be able to pull towards you. And then slide out to the right. There you have it. Thermostat, housing. Somebody tried to do something. What is that? Like some sort of sealant or something like that. Radiator. Some stop leak. They tried to use stop leak in here. If you can see that stuff real well. Don't put that in here, guys. Don't do it. And this is a union, is what they call that. This washer is a union. Ooh, it's kind of hard too. It has an O-ring on each side. You have to replace these also. I gotta get an intake manifold gasket though too. Oh shit. What do I feel like that doesn't want to come on, go under though? See, that's crazy. Nope. Because it's moving. See, look. See it? Mm-hmm. I'll do that. So, if you hold the water pump or the sprocket with the bolt that you have to take off to replace the belt, that takes a 12 millimeter. Then if you're going to crank this over, this is a 24 millimeter nut. crank bolt. So we would get down there and hold it in place. Hold your ratchet. And then this is a reverse thread, so instead of going righty-tighty, it would be righty-loosey. So you hold your left hand down, should be. I think so. That thing still seems like it's moving. No, see, that's backwards. That's still backwards. Because if I'm cranking, if I crank, then it goes that way, right? So if I put it on the front crank on reverse, then I can take the go sideways. Into my boot. You're supposed to let it fall. So hold it up. So they would both be going the same way. That would be tight if that works.
Actually stayed on it.
Should be able to.
Stick on there.
Something like right there. We done took the bracket. We done took the bracket with us.
That's crazy.
That's funny. I'm gonna slide all the way out. There you go. So if you take it and hold the sprockets, once you get it loose, you can just ratchet it off. But once it's off, I'll show you guys with both sides how to actually get this nut off of here. It takes a little bit, because this is actually a reverse thread. So you might get somebody with some little tiny fingers to get that off of here. Alright, you can probably finish taking.
You're twisting it that way, right?
I'll use this. Should work. There you go. It's funny, it only look dirty on one side of the belt. This belt look brand freaking new.